Hi, this is Firestarter and this is a review of the Revoltech Raiden from Metal Gear Rising Revengeance game. So here is the box, nothing really special about what it looks like in front, just like any other Revoltech layout. And then we have some details about the Revoltech joints, and then Raiden on one side, and then some poses and details on the accessories for this figure. Now let's open the box so we can check out the details inside. Fans were stimulated when PlayArtSky released their version of Metal Gear Rising figure. It was the guys at Kyoto to push their offering with the Revoltech Metal Gear Rising Revengeance Raiden. Kyoto was careful enough to place the necessary details on the figure, such as the patch on the eye, the wind-blown hair, and muscle sculpting. But unlike PlayArts, the orange details are now pale yellow and the neuro cables are now molded on the torso, then being flexibly exposed. To complete, a sheath is attached from a peg just above his left hip. It goes without saying that this Revoltech set has more parts to work with than PlayArtSky, namely 7 hands, stage parts with crystal swoosh effect. To add are the Revoltech cube case, a sliced watermelon, a knife, the high frequency blade, a visor with hairs sticking out, 2 eye holders, and a red cyborg eye, and finally an eye picker. Before I even end the accessory list, Raiden also has a box plate, and some assembly and splicing is required to enjoy this. How to use all of these: the sword and the knife can slide through the sheath and need to be pushed further to lock them into place. His visor uses a 2-prong system to replace the default bangs. The interesting parts are somewhat new to Revoltech are the faceless plates to hold the eye and the picker. The picker is either to remove the eye by pushing it out or move the eye sideways, a much welcome improvement than of Snake's. Amongst the stage parts is a unique clear holder to fasten the sword and peg under Raiden's foot. This way, as long as you angle this perfectly, provides the same illusion that the figure can use his feet in combat. And just a quick height comparison between this one and an SH figure. So here is Agito 3D form. Just giving you a quick disparity between their heights. So let's put him aside. And let's go through the articulation points for this figure. Now we have a head and neck joint, and it can really go low. And then we have arm articulation, so the shoulders can go in and out. Rotating hand, and then single jointed Revoltech elbow right here. And then we have swiveling points for the wrists, an upper torso and waist here. And then we have a clicky leg movement, the single jointed knees, and then a single jointed Revoltech ankle joint. So I think there is an additional pivot point also on the toe, but I'm not so sure because I haven't really messed up all of the joints for this figure. Now, just like our friend Snake, this one also has a gap in between the neck, so I'm not really sure why they keep on doing that. There should be some improvements when it comes to Raiden. And he is also hunched just like any other Revoltech figure. I'm not really happy with hunched figures because most of the time when I display a figure on my stand, it really looks like the figure should be standing up straight. But the only biggest thing I'm really happy is this sheath right here does work just like on the game, so you can detach it if you want to, but this one is already molded together. And this works because unlike my PlayArtSky figure, this doesn't latch really well on the PlayArtSky version, but on the Revoltech it works really well. So you can move this joint right here, so you can swivel in any direction and do amazing possibilities with the high frequency blade. So if you are happy with Revoltech, I do suggest to pick this one up. One of those things I really hate about this figure is the face sculpt. If you can see the eyes right here, although some parts of the face does look great, but I'm not really happy on the smoky eye, just one, because it really looks scary. So most of the time I use the face shield to do the posabilities, but other than that, this is really better in terms of posability than the Play Art Sky figure. So that's all you need to know about Raiden. Between Play Art Sky and Revoltech, Play Art's best Revoltech in details such as the faint warning signs, and this is much attuned to the game illustrations. However, Revoltech trumps on extra parts and its superb articulation. This means it is hard to point which line is better, but what I'm not happy on this Revoltech is the weird smoked eye, as if he is surprised all the time, or creepy when you turn his eyes sideways. And it also suffers from that gap between the neck joints, just like Snake. We cannot deny that Revoltechs are hunched figures, but they all fade away when you pose this in game-like fashion, and it is a delight when you manage to do the same. And that is my review of the Revoltech Metal Gear Rising Revengeance Raiden. If you want to know the possibilities for this figure, check out the photos at the end of the video and subscribe to my blog for the full written review. This is Firestarter. Thank you very much for watching, and keep it here for more toy reviews.